Shifting focus for now to Russia. This morning, it celebrated its 78th Victory Day, a day that marks the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany. And for the Russians, it was on this day, the 9th of May, that Nazi Germany surrendered in the Second World War. Then Soviet leader Joseph Stalin declared a holiday for the day. A victory parade was held on Red Square featuring German insignia. And since then, the 9th of May has been celebrated as Victory Day by consecutive Russian leaders. And for Vladimir Putin, this day has become a muscular display of not only military prowess, but also of Russia's latest weaponry, including warplanes, tanks, and nuclear-capable ballistic missiles. Especially now, when Russia is at war with Ukraine. So the Russian president wasted no effort in turning this day into a spectacle. He made sure that the parade, although a bit scaled down due to security concerns, looked like an exhibition of patriotism. According to reports, more than 10,000 people and 125 units of various types of weapons and equipment were displayed at this year's parade. And this included armored vehicles. But the main focus was the country's S-400 air defense system and its intercontinental ballistic system. If we speak of the attendees now, despite a decline in Russia's global standing since the war started, Putin was surrounded by at least 6 post-Soviet leaders during the parade, and this included the president of Kazakhstan, the Tajik president, the Uzbek leader, Kyrgyzstan's president, also the Armenian prime minister, also the Belarusian president, of course. And in the presence of these leaders, Vladimir Putin gave a combative 10-minute-long speech. What did he say? Well, he attacked Western countries, of course. He claimed that Russia's future depends on this war. He said that Western globalist elites, quote-unquote, were sowing the seeds of Russophobia and aggressive nationalism, while the Ukrainian people, who had become hostages to a state coup, quote-unquote, and also to the ambitions of the West. Here are a few excerpts from that address.
Today,
civilization is once again at a crucial turning point. A real war has once again been unleashed against our homeland, but we have fought back against international terrorism. We will also protect the people of the Donbass and ensure our security. The Western globalist elites, however, still preach about their exceptionalism. They are pitting people against each other and dividing society, provoking bloody conflicts and coups, sowing hatred, Russophobia, aggressive nationalism, destroying the traditional family values that make people, people. Unbounded ambitions, arrogance, and permissiveness inevitably lead to tragedy. This is precisely the reason for the catastrophe that the Ukrainian people are currently experiencing. They have become hostages of a coup d'etat and the criminal regime of their Western masters who took hold in its place, a bargaining chip in the execution of their cruel, self-serving plans.
And shortly before that speech, Russia rained missiles down on Ukraine as if to send out a message to the country's leadership once again. A total of 60 drones were fired. Most of them were of Iranian origin, and they struck cities all over Ukraine. Reports say it was one of the biggest volleys of missiles and drones yet. The destruction too was unprecedented, to say the least. Have a look at these images. They are from Odessa. And they show firefighters tackling a huge blaze in what was said to be a food warehouse. Odessa officials reported 3 people wounded and 1 person missing. have a look at these images now. They show the scale of destruction in the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut. And the video shows damaged buildings and heavy plumes of smoke rising over the city immediately after the strikes unfolded. And in Kiev, it was the same situation. Scores of people were injured when drone wreckage fell over the city. And this particular video shows a high-rise residential apartment building with a gazing hole. Overall, the strikes hit a total of 127 targets. They killed a total of 4 people and injured dozens of others. And this was by far one of the biggest Russian offensives in recent months. An offensive that coincided with Russia's Victory Day celebrations. And through these strikes, Russia has made one thing absolutely clear, that no matter what the Western press says about the gains and the losses in this war, Moscow is in it for the long haul. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.